What would happen if you tried selling ice to an Eskimo? Realistically, well, doesn't matter how good your ice is, how fresh, how clean, how crisp, how pure, how crunchy, whatever it does makes your drinks cold forever, you're never going to sell them. Why? Because they don't need it. They're the wrong target. Okay, the same thing is true as a freelance copywriter. Who you outreach to is one of the most important parts of trying to land clients. So if you're a new freelance copywriter and you're looking to land your first client or your next client, you're still not making 5-10K a month, then listen up. So if you don't know me, my name is Brandon Story, and I have made over $615,000 in profit as a freelance copywriter over the past few years. Don't mind me, just letting the dogs through, feeding the chickens. So how do you actually land a client? First, make sure you're going after the right person. If you're going after the wrong person, you're wasting your time. And I see so many new copywriters doing this. Okay, they send 500 cold DMs a day. They send all these outreaches, and they're wasting their time. And they're frustrated, wondering why they're not landing clients. Meanwhile, they're just going after the wrong people. So if you're gonna go spend your time and invest it into go, DMing someone or cold emailing them or whatever, make sure you're targeting people who actually would be a good fit. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you 6 different things you need to look for when trying to land a client. But first, let me just show you these chickens. Right there, there's a big rooster right there. Okay, number 1, okay, go on social media, go on Instagram. Easiest place to land clients. Like 2 billion people on the platform throughout Meta. So first things first, go look at their following. Are they big enough? Don't go after someone who has 300 followers, because pretty good odds they're not making much money online in their business. So if you're gonna go after somebody, make sure they're actually big enough. Now, we actually don't know the size of people's companies. We don't know people's business valuation, all these things. We don't know people's revenue. We can't see all this information easily, but we can look at green signals, green flags that give us a rough idea of whether they're a good or bad prospect. So first things first, like if you try to go after somebody they're not an established business, it doesn't matter how good your pitch is. It doesn't matter how good of a copywriter you are. If they don't have money to hire you, then you're not going to make any money. So don't bother. If they're only making $1,000 a month with their side hustle, how much could they possibly pay you as the freelance copywriter? How much of that pie are they going to give you? Probably not much, if anything at all. So instead, what you want to do is make sure they're big enough. Minimum following that I recommend, and this is just a rough guideline, is make sure they have at least 3,000 followers. This isn't actually a lot. So, even on the low end, you're going to be harder pressed to find people who are making good money. But there are businesses who are making $1 million a year who have like 2,000-3,000 followers. They're more the unicorns, but just make sure they have at least a few thousand. Then next up, after that, we want to go look at social proof. These guys might have a following, but followers don't always equal dollars, as I've learned over the past few years. There's people who, they have 5 million followers on TikTok and they're not making any money because it really does matter how your business is structured beyond social media attention. Attention isn't everything with social media. So these dogs are going after these chickens. I gotta go keep walking. So that's the next thing is make sure there's social proof. So look for testimonials, look for case studies, look for reviews, look for proof of a healthy business. And one sign of a healthy business is that they actually have happy customers to show off, happy clients to show off. So look for 5-star reviews, testimonials, case studies, results they've gotten for clients or customers, and look for them on social media. They should be usually in a pinned post area on Instagram or in these story highlight reels. So just look for ideally look for recent reviews and look for lots. Look for recent case studies and lots of them, because that is just another green flag that they actually are making money in their business and they're a healthy business. Next thing you want to look that they actually sell a product or service. Don't go targeting people who are like influencers and affiliate marketers who are selling other people's products. 2 reasons. 1, there's going to be barely any cut for you if you try to go write copy for somebody who's already a middleman for someone else's business. There just isn't going to be that much money. Second, usually people who are influencers and affiliate marketers who are making decent money, they're usually getting there because they're so good at creating content or copy with, social media or with email marketing, that like their strength is the copy or the content. So you coming in and trying to give them something that they, again, ice to an Eskimo, it's not an easy sell. Okay. So make sure they actually have their own product or service. It's their own product. It's their own service. That's the next thing. After that, you want to make sure that they have a marketing budget. Again, because we want to make sure we're actually pitching people who have money and are willing to spend it and invest it on marketing, which is where you come in as the freelance copywriter, helping them with their marketing, whether you're writing sales pages, emails, blogs, social media, ads, whatever. So make sure they actually have a marketing budget. How can you check this? One of the best ways, one of the easiest ways is go look at Facebook ad library. So go to Google, type in Facebook ad library, and you're going to see every single Facebook and Instagram ad in existence from every single business on earth, active and inactive ads. What does it tell you? If somebody's running ads, if somebody's running Facebook and Instagram ads, then there's the chickens. If someone's running Facebook and Instagram ads, they have a marketing budget. It shows you that they're willing to invest in their business and invest in marketing. And if someone's willing to invest in marketing in one area, they're more likely to want to invest in marketing in another area. Hint, hint, you as the freelance copywriter. So that's the next thing. If they aren't running ads, it's just like you can check Google as well. Google ads, just type in their business name, or niche keywords, stuff like that. These dogs are getting real close to these chickens. They look like they want to eat them. Don't do that. So after that, go check if they actually have like your copy. They're already using your type of copy. So if you're an email copywriter, right? Let's say you specialize in email, and you want to make sure that they already have email set up. You don't want to have to try to convince them that email is a good idea, because you already have to convince them that you're the guy to hire. So make sure they already have email set up, and there's one less thing to try to convince them on and sell them on, right? And so if you are a sales page copywriter, check that they have a sales page. Ideally, if you're an email copywriter, check that they have email running already. They're probably not doing a great job with it. That's where you can come in and, get them a better ROI on their money for email, but you want to check for those things. One other thing you can look for is, and this is like not like the most important thing, but it's one kind of bonus thing. Because again, we want to make sure when we pitch somebody that they're just the odds of them even having a conversation with us are just way higher, rather than wasting our time with a pitch that's not going to go anywhere. So go check LinkedIn, go look for their business there. A lot of businesses will show they'll have a LinkedIn business profile, and they'll show their employees. You want to go after people, whoa, these dogs grab these chickens. You want to go after people who actually have employees, ideally. So they're already used to delegating, and they show they have a budget for that. So that's it. Those are all the tips. Go check all those things before you go and outreach somebody. Does somebody have to check all those boxes? No, but try to get all those checked off before you go for the pitch, because when you do go for the pitch, you're just going to be that much more likely, because you're going to be going after people who are more likely to hire a copywriter like you, so you can make 1, 2, 5. I've made as much as $8,000 per month from a client per month, just from one client. So go check all those boxes before you actually go outreach. I'm going to put another video above, free help, and I'll put paid help below if you're trying to build a $5,000 to $10,000 a month freelance copywriting business. Thanks.